Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him I go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in the season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yeah! The heathen them now, they sort of be like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore, the heathen them never go turn upon the judgment of the sinner man, them in the congregation of the righteous, for the Lord God's just. Love the way of the righteous and the way of the sinner man, them always and always. I will perish, let the people of the Most High God say. Joe! Kramawe gromabea tela exabier tanaistalina bashante shante 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 shante. Kramawe gromabe. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show them up. And here we speak truth to power. My name. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking, ingredients of so many different types, shapes, sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences, relegating all those into the background and relocating into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. In the aftermath, they produce food, and this food is not even enjoyed by the black pot, neither is it enjoyed by the ingredients. Ironically, it is enjoyed by us. What lesson can we pick up from this? Is a very simple lesson of selflessness. It's a lesson of sacrifice, and it's a lesson of generational thinking. How many of us will still go ahead to plant a tree that will take 30 years to grow and to blossom, matured enough for harvest, when we have only 2 years more to live on earth? How many people would say, well, I have only 2 years to live, everything that I have, let me enjoy everything to the fullest, die and go away in peace and in happiness? My brother, my sister, how many of us will say, okay, I will be dying the next 2 years. Let me live A, B, C, D for generations yet to come. Think about people who would come after you are gone. It takes a great man to think about people yet unborn. It is the black pot, and that is what we are here busily thinking about. That is why we are going to all the 16 regions of Ghana, preaching the message of patriotism. My brother, my sister, we are preaching the great message of patriotism. We need to love our nation, despite what? Remember that our ancestors worked very hard to bring us here. In fact, they fought for this land. Their toil must not go in vain. That is why we must continue to love our nation, and also to bequeath it to people who are yet unborn, who would also be happy about this nation, be proud about this nation, be loyal to this nation. A lot of us are running away to the white man's land, and I ask myself, in the days of slavery, we were so satisfied with our land, we didn't want to go anywhere. They forced us onto slave ships and carried us all the way into the newfound land, the so-called. Today, voluntarily, we are rushing into the so-called newfound land when we should be busily building our nation. If it's America that you so much love, why don't you build America in Ghana? If it's England that you so much love, why don't you build England in Ghana? These are the questions we throw out there. Why is this country called Ghana, first and foremost? What is the meaning of Ghana? And again, why are we called Ghanaians? Why did we name this country Ghana? Are we living by the tenets of the name Ghana? These are the messages we go around from school to school teaching. On the 6th and the 7th of April, we are going to be in the Bono region and Ahafo region. We are going to be going to Boachi, Tromu Senior High School, and then we'll go all the way to Sewakese Girls Senior High School. In fact, all the way in the Ahafo region. We will also be going to Odumasemai Secondary School and also Sunyane Secondary School. My brother, my sister, Susek. So 4 schools in 2 regions in 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. My brother, my sister, the journey is on. You are those sponsoring it. We don't have any major sponsors. No, it is you. Those of you who are donating to the cause, those of you who believe in this agenda that we are raising a new generation of patriots, please, we are calling up to you again. The 1 CD you send to us, the 20 cities you sent to us, the 1,000 cities you sent to us, your names would always be scrolling here to show you that we have received your money. Please, this one helps us to be able to go to the regions. Every week when we travel out, we spend a lot of money on fuel. If you have a gas station and you want to give us fuel, you will cut down a lot of the cost for us. Maybe you even have a food joint. You want to donate food to the students that we talk to. We will be glad. It's not all about money. It is also about the wonderful things that you can also offer us aside money. My brother, my sister, this is our Momo line. You can send us money via this Momo line, that's mobile money line, and it's a merchant line as well. So any amount of money you send to us, we shall receive that. We also have our bank account with GT Bank, and the SWIFT code is also there. We believe that as we continue, we will raise a great number of patriots on our journey. To God be the glory. We started on the 2nd of March. We are supposed to be ending on the 2nd of May. We will do our very best to be able to go to all the regions of Ghana. Those we are not able to cover, we will make sure we cover them so that in its entirety, we can say Ghana has been covered. It's the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO'S. Please do donate to this great cause. We are happy to have your donation. This is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO'S. And here we speak truth to power. Today we have 5 very important issues to look at. Yesterday we started and all of a sudden, Doomsaw hit us and we couldn't continue. We pray that Doomsaw doesn't hit us. And we also pray even a bigger prayer that will move to our studios where we would have a big plant and then the lights never go off so that we can bring you even more programs. It's the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO'S. And here we speak truth to power. Come here, my youth. 5 issues from the newsreel, and we endeavor to always keep it real. Number 1, my youth. AKUFO-ADDO'S minister falls flat on live TV. Who is this minister? Did he slip? What happened and he fell? But this man is a very popular man. This man is well known by people who follow Ghanaian politics. Why did he fall? Did somebody leave a banana peel live on TV? Why did he fall at all? Run the story, my youth. Watch it and see what's happening. This is from Ghana Web, and it says, Minister goes blank on live TV while listing 5 NPP legacy projects in the Ashanti region. Run it, my youth. Whoa. Now the Ashanti regional minister, Simon Osei-Mensah, was speechless during a live TV interview when he was asked a question about the projects that his party, the MPP, has been able to do for the people of his region. In the interview on Oyerepa TV on Monday, March 26, 2024, that's only yesterday, Simon Osei-Mensah could be seen struggling to give answers to the question of what he and the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, had been able to do. After speaking for about 4 such projects from his party for his region, the minister went blank and quiet, unable to say any more words. We have completed the zip line project, which is at Mampong. Go and look at Bosonchi Girls. By the end of April, you will see what you will see that planes can land at the airport. Baby and mother unit that Auntie Rebecca came to commission is also our project. And then the minister went blank on live TV. Then he was able to speak again. After a few seconds, he told Kwesi Parker Wilson, the host of the program, that he will find the rest of the details and share with him. Just before the minister was asked this question, he had challenged the National Democratic Congress to show him 10 legacy projects they have established in the Ashanti region. Wow. Dash. So the Ashanti regional minister, that is the governor of the Ashanti region. In some areas, they are not called ministers, they are called governors. A man who is supposed to know all the 4 corners of the Ashanti region and be up to date with the policy that affects the region, The projects done and those that are yet to be done goes on TV, challenging the party in opposition to mention 10 projects the party has done in the same region. Couldn't mention 5 for his own party that has been in power for close to 8 years. Is that not an insult to the integrity of Ghanaians? Is that not a way to say that the party has not been able to achieve all 5 if your own governor could not mention this? Come here. I can understand Nana Akufo-Addo if he goes to the area and goes blank. Nana Akufo-Addo, you are the president. Tell us 5 projects you have done in this area. He could go blank. 1, he's old. And 2, he's done other projects in some other areas. So he might not be able to remember. The best person to remember this is the regional minister. So he will turn to him and say, Minister, please help me out with this. Mention all the projects we have done here. And minister goes blank after mentioning 4. Doesn't he deserve to be sacked? Or better still, is it that they have not done up to 5? If they haven't, then the Nana Akufo-Addo government is a very, very rhetorical government. You know why? This is their cash cow, the Ashanti region. The party in opposition was invented and created right there in the Ashanti region. From the days of the NLM, National Liberation Movement, by Osei Bafo Akoto. He was the one who founded the party in the compound and the palace of the Otumfuo at that time. And the party was supposed to be for Ashanti people. Their symbol was simple. Yatiang. We have broken from the rest of Ghana. That's the meaning. If they are like this, it means you are united. But they did this, their sign, like that, which means Yatiang, we are divided. The Ashanti region is different from the rest of Ghana. That was what they said, and that was their slogan. Yatiang. From the LNM, my brother, my sister, we were able to have some other parties that came out of that, to the point that now we have the NPP. It traces its lineage through the NLM, the UP, and some people even want to link it up to the UGCC. But I decide not to, as that historian who knows too much about the UGCC. Today, the Ashanti Regional Minister, the governor of the Ashanti region, walks up and he stands in front of the cameras and can't mention 5. It's an indictment on this guy. It's an insult to the people of Ashanti. And it, above all, tells you that Nana Akufo-Addo has looked down on the cash cow of their party. The umbilical cord of the NPP is buried right there in the Ashanti region. Other parties went there and built the so-called Kejetia market. Why do I say so-called? Because when you go to the Kejetia market right now, my brother, my sister, it is one of the prominent images of the Ashanti region. Kejetia has its own history. There was a man there, so short, he was called Keje. Very short, he was dwarfish. And he was around the area in the days. The market used to be called something else. Ejom, Ejom, Ejom. The area was Edum. Edum is not far away from Kejetia. The whole of the area was called Edum. And Edum Jom. But with KJ coming around the area and getting more and more popular, they just decided to name the whole area as Kejetia. So it's called Kejetia Market. But in Kumasi, nobody tells you, Miko Kejetia Jom. They say, Miko Kejetia. Miko Kejetia. I am going to Kejetia. But the name of the market is Kejetia Market. That's why I said the so-called Kejetia. KJ Tia itself is the name of a person. KJ Tia means short. KJ who is short. That's the market. My brother, my sister, I think that KJ Tia deserves a statue of KJ. It's the most prominent market in the whole of West Africa. Historically, my brother, it is a place that we have to preserve. It took a visionary to be able to go there and say, listen, let us preserve this market. As a historian, I understand what it is. They preserved it, gave it new looks left, right, and center, and gave it a beautiful edifice. Just last week, I was in Kumasi, and I drove through the middle of KJ Tia Market. I'm a Kumasi boy. I went to Tiamade Secondary School. Right after that, I went to KUAMI University of Science and Technology. There's no corner in Kumasi I don't know. From Buokrom all the way to Forikrom. All the way, my brother. The 360, the length and breadth, all the cardinal points of Kumasi, I know. KJ Tia is the heartbeat of Kumasi. Did you hear me? Come here. I said KJ Tia is the heartbeat of Kumasi, just like Circle is the heartbeat of Accra. Mahama decided to give Circle a facelift, the heartbeat of Accra. Went to Kumasi, the second largest city, and gave the heartbeat, KJ Tia, another. At the end of the day, Ghanaians decided to kick him out of power because they were not satisfied with him. We all were not satisfied with him. And he went away. Now the man that we kicked out and said that he didn't do well, built KJ Tia market and made it flourish. He built KJ Tia at a place that was not a cash cow. Do you know what it means to say a cash cow? The politicians understand it more. That is where they have most of their votes. But he went there and did that. My brother, the people who the place is a cash cow for, they couldn't mention 5 projects. We didn't want Mahama, so we sent him packing. These people came down. They are busily building Chebi. They are creating an artificial battle between Chebi and Kumasi. In these times, we don't need that. What we need is development for the people. If the Kumasi mayor, the governor of Kumasi and the Ashanti region, all in one, the so-called minister of the Ashanti region could not mention this, then I wonder. Come here. Find me the photo of Asensu Boakye. And this is where I close. Asensu Boakye was my mate at KUAMI University of Science and Technology. He started following the NPP at a very young age. When we were in school reading, he was busily following the party. I don't envy him wherever the party has taken him to now. Asensu Boakye, that's him. We used to call him Kabila. I've said that time and again. Kabila sitting here, or better still, as you know him as Asensu Boakye, studied planning at the University of Science and Technology, and I studied land economy. So we're in the same department, close to each other, like that. Asensu Boakye is now the Minister of Planning and blah, 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 blah. Are you aware? Minister of Housing, Planning, blah, 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 blah. And he's also an MP right there in the Ashanti region. Are we aware? He was also on Bola Ray's show just last week and was asked to mention 5 projects his party has done in Ashanti region. And it was a problem. Asensu Boakye also went blank. You know what that means? It means that they don't have up to 5 projects in that region. I wouldn't have a problem. If you don't have 5 projects in that region, Maybe the region was developed to a certain point. Where did you put the other projects? It's not by force that the MPP comes into power, and by all means it must develop Kumasi, because Kumasi is a citadel. It's a Ghana project. What have they done for some other regions? You'll be shocked that they will ask from region to region, and these guys will not even be able to mention 5. So you ask this yourself. All the borrowed money, where has it gone to? You ask yourself, all the oil money, all the gold money, all the bauxite money, where have they all gone to? Are we treating our country well? Or we are just milking it and suffocating it? It's a question I want to ask. Time now to show us what you have done. And you go blank. 2 ministers of state. Asan Subuachi. I watched the video. He couldn't mention it. This is a brilliant man. He could have mentioned every single thing if it was existent. I'm sure it's not there. That's why he couldn't say it. Dash it away, my youth. And come here. Next story. Now, the next story we are looking at is another interesting piece. Today, when we decided to look at this, some of the members here started smiling. Jeff was one of those who was smiling, you know. Only Chinese engineers for the dome dismantling. You know the dome, right? It's one of the places in Ghana you could comfortably have a very nice concert indoor. 20,000 people and over. Look at the crowd. In the days of the COVID, some church went there and gathered people when we were told to respect distance. They gathered there. We don't know what happened finally. But I'm not talking about that today. Look at how beautiful the dome is. The CEO of the dome is called Leslie. That's him. He's a man who is so interested in our entertainment and all that. And he is the CEO of the place. I've never had the opportunity to meet with him. A man like this can make or unmake your music business or your, your art. He's that powerful, you know. He has said something that has broken my ribs. Last week, we had the country going by force to dismantle and break the dome. Capacity 20,000 plus. Broke it down. And they said they lost a lot of money. We had people like Leslie and some other people come out and say, what right did they have to break it? What right? What right? What right? It was all about right. But now it looks like the chickens are coming home to roost. Run the story, Mario. I needed to fly in engineers from China to dismantle the Fantasy Dome. Leslie of Fantasy Entertainment. I love him. Now, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Fantasy Entertainment, Leslie Queno, has revealed one of the things that constricted his ability to relocate the Fantasy Dome from the Trade Fair site. Now, according to him, apart from not securing another piece of land to remount his tent, he needed to fly in engineers from China to dismantle the structure. He told Kwame Dazi on Joy FM's Showbiz A to Z that this was one of the reasons he needed more time to move the facility. That was in intent, but unfortunately, sometimes you need to know where you are going before you know where you are going to store it. It is very important. A lot of my equipment are very complex. Now, the dome is a very complex structure. So, I am giving you an example. To dismantle it, I need the engineers that built it from China to come in. 4, 5 of them for a couple of weeks to do that job. But then, I need also a new location to reassemble it, he said. On Saturday, March 16, 2024, the Ghana Trade Fair Company Limited demolished. Listen to the words they are using. He needed engineers, 4 or 5 from China to come and dismantle. These people went in and did what? Demolished. To dismantle is to bring down piece by piece so you can reassemble. But when you demolish, there's nothing like reassembly. That's the difference. Limited demolished the 20,000-seater capacity Fantasy Dome. According to the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the trade fair, Dr. Agnes Edu, the action was taken after giving the owner by the CEO of Fantasy Entertainment, Leslie Queno, about 8 notices to vacate the leased premises for a redevelopment project of the place, as stated in their tenancy agreement. So what was the pretense for? Remember when this issue first came out? My first comments were that if that will inure to the benefit of Ghana, why not? Number 2, if it will help beautify our city, if it will help deal with some of the problems we have in terms of tenancy, in terms of buildings that are not supposed to be where they are supposed to be, maybe it's even sitting on top of a water path. These were the things I said, not knowing that 8 notices were already sent to the owner and told, please move. Come here! Told to move. But all 8 were ignored until they went in by force and dismantled it. Jesus. Yet they came out pretending. On what grounds did they demolish the place? What law? I mean, what audacity? Who gave the order to make Ghanaians sympathize with them? We need to stop this hypocrisy. According to this write-up, Dr. Agnes actually said, she wrote 8 notices to Fantasy Dome and said, please, by our tenancy agreement, it is ended. You need to move. We know you spent a lot of money. Move 8 solid times in a period of how long? They didn't tell us. But that is not why I'm even dealing with this issue. You know why? They needed to fly in Chinese. No Ghanaian engineer. No Nigerian engineer. No Ivorian engineer. Not even the numerous witches and wizards we have in Accra and Gambaga could come and use magic, wizardry, and witchcraft to dismantle the thing. They needed 4 or 5 Chinese people to come into the country. He said, even if he could get the 5 Chinese people to come, he didn't know where he was going to store whatever material he had. My brother, my sister, what do you think? Hey, if you truly respect your investment, first and foremost, dismantle it and leave it on the site. Let the whole Ghana see that you have dismantled it, you put it down, you have followed the order. Whilst you are talking to the trade fair authorities, you asked me to dismantle the thing. I have done that. Unfortunately, I do not have anywhere to take it to for the time being. Can you give me an extension so I move the things? You call the bluff of the trade fair authority. 8 notices. You wanted drama. And the drama came in. Like we saw some drama at the trade fair center the other time. You see how Ghanaians behave? They know how to get the sympathy of Ghanaians. These same people were going around as if they didn't even have any notice. By what law did they demolish the thing? They needed to see some document. Meanwhile, you were given 8 different notices. They will politicize this. Again, I'm not talking about the notices. I'm talking about the Chinese people coming in. Now, so you see that our own people are very, very dangerous. To set up the Fantasy Dome, you brought in Chinese. They didn't have Ghanaian assistants who could learn on the job and get to know that, okay, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay, this is how we assemble it. This is how you brought Chinese hook, line, and sinker. They did the work and went away with the secret. What did you learn? It's the same way you bring Chinese here. They build your roads and take the technology away. Yet over here, all our textile prints, they have the formula in China. All our Edinkra prints, 99% of them are all coming from China. They have even learned the secret of planting Ghana cocoa in China. They know how to make gari from our own cassava right there in China. They have built fufu making machines in China, yet Chinese people don't eat fufu. What is this telling us? That we are a foolish nation with foolish people who are only interested in, come and do it, we want it, but they are not thinking about how they can also learn and build it when these people are not there. We are interested in eating fish. We are not ready to learn how to fish. Leslie is happy saying, yeah, it's so complex and the whole thing is full of, complexity, and, we have to fly in about 4 or 5 Chinese people to come over and fix the place, and. Trade fair, thank you so much for dismantling it for free. We thank you. This will teach us a bitter lesson. Next time we are building, better still, next time we put up a ladder for people to climb to the top, we should teach them how to descend as well. Because when you go up there, you won't stay there forever. You might need to come down. Do we need Chinese to come and teach us how to come down? After how many years of independence? With all your engineering universities in Ghana, you still needed 4 or 5 Chinese to come and dismantle Fantasy Dome. What a joke. That's it. Come here. We are done. When we return, we have more. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Coco Show, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Coco Show, where we speak truth to power. Now, one of the ways we can fight poverty in Africa is to share technology. It's one of the ways. Our gold and our diamond, we can exchange that for technology. Please, do not be too interested in getting the machine. Get the technology behind the machine. Write it down. Hey, gosh. Do not be too interested in acquiring the machine. Get the physics behind the machine. My brother, in Africa, we are so interested in the product. We are not interested in the physics of the product. That is why we continue importing. Oh, we are good drinking China tea. We love it. Can we learn how to produce China tea here? Is the physics or the chemistry behind the tea? We are not interested. Bring Chinese to come and build. You will sit somewhere and be smoking your bonto, and they are building. And when they finish and they are gone, now to dismantle it is foolishness. My brother, you cannot learn how to fly a plane when you don't know how to land it. If you go to a flying school and you are taught how to fly, at the same time you must learn to land the plane, or else, my brother, it's going to be dangerous. You fly and you can't land. You build and you cannot dismantle. That's the problem we have. You must always run after these people to be able to dismantle. My brother, is the Black Pot, aka KUAMI, where we speak truth to power. Well, Doomsaw has hit us again. The same time as we had that yesterday. I apologize for that. Oh my God. When the power comes back, we shall continue. I apologize. It's been the Black Pot, aka KUAMI, where we speak truth to power. My name is Blakk RASTA.
Go on, skip a charge. Black pot, Coco Show.